Hey there gorgeous, hope you're having a great day. Today's video is all about makeup cocktails, my favorite products to pair together. If you're looking for a new way to use your existing makeup products, I have no doubt that you will find the information within this video useful. If you don't know what a makeup cocktail is, it's basically Can I help you? He loves my hair ties. They're all over the house because he's just taking them everywhere he goes. Is that what you want? Yes, give it to me. There, go nuts. It's not a kid, it's a cat. I'm gonna get t-shirts made. I love to do this with makeup. I usually will take 2 products, sometimes 3, and combine them together to get different or sometimes better results. First one I want to share with you was an accidental discovery that I made within the past month, completely by accident. It was because I got interrupted. Story of my life. So what I did was I put eyeshadow primer on my lid. Somebody was asking me a question, I don't even know what happened. And before I knew it, I was applying the eyeshadow on my eye before I had blended the eyeshadow primer in. I almost washed it off, but I said, let me work with this and let's just see what's gonna happen. What ended up happening was it intensified the eyeshadow. And you know what? That eyeshadow did not budge all day long. So if you have an eyeshadow that is not as intense as what you would like for it to be, combine it up with an eyeshadow primer. I'm telling you, mix them together on the back of your hand and then apply them, or put the primer on your eyelid and put some eyeshadow over the top of it. Now I will say that it's best to only do this on the lid area. I would not do this up into the crease because it can start to become streaky, muddy, and cakey. So if you try this, only apply it to the lid area and then take a separate blending brush and apply the rest of the eyeshadow into the crease and blend it towards the brow. Traditionally, we would use a setting spray or water, eye drops even, to intensify eyeshadows in the past, but this method surprisingly works really well too. Now I'm getting away from black eyeliner and black on the eyes in general, but one thing that I still do is to intensify the lash line, I will combine a little bit of black eyeshadow with a brown eyeshadow and really smoke it out. So the way that I do this is I take a little bit of the black and only apply it to the lash line very sparingly, and then I take a good amount of the deeper brown and I smoke it out, smudge out that black line so you see the intensity of it, but it's not a deep black line. It's still brown, but it's a darker brown, and I love this way of applying eyeliner. If you struggle with your lashes losing the curl, you're gonna love this next one. And I've talked about it before, so this may be a repeat for some of you. Curl your lashes first. Use heat if you have to get the curl in there, and then take a waterproof mascara. Apply it to the lashes. This will help to set the curl, and because there's wax in the mascara formula, it will hold the curl in place. Then take a lengthening mascara and apply it to the ends of your lashes. For some reason, we seem to think that we can only use one mascara at a time, but don't be afraid to layer them. Combine different ones together. Volumizing and lengthening mascaras used together with waterproof mascara yield beautiful results. Most of the times when you see celebrity lashes that don't have false lashes or extensions on, it's because the makeup artist combined up 2, 3, sometimes 4 different mascaras to get the look that you're seeing. Now, if you have thin brows, like me, no, contrary to popular opinion, I did not pluck my eyebrows in the 90s and they haven't grown back. I've just always had very thin eyebrows. But something that you can do to help thicken the appearance and make them look fuller is to use 2 different brow products. So the way that I accomplish this is I use a defining brow pen. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the shade Caramel, and I draw in the hairs on the inner, I want to say, third of the brow, and then I go in with a brow powder. This is one of the e.l.f. bite-sized brow powders in the shade Neutral Brown, and I use that to fill in the outer 2/3 of the brow. The powder is what makes the brow look thicker. And then after I've applied all that, I take a spoolie brush and gently blend through the 2 so that they seamlessly blend together, and voila! When it comes to your face makeup, you can apply more than 1 primer. Yes, you can. I have found that I'm oily in certain areas around my face, but then in other areas I'm a little more dry. I think that's happened as I've gotten older. And so I'm realizing I don't need a mattifying primer for the entire face. It just doesn't look all that great. So what I do now is I will use a mattifying primer only on the T-zone, and then for the rest of the face, I will apply a dewy primer. The one that I'm showing you here is from Essence. I'll have this listed for you below if you're interested in it. It's a makeup grip primer, and it does have a jelly-like texture, and it's really amazing for giving a dewy, luminous finish that it doesn't look flat, put it that way. So do not be afraid to combine your primers. You can also do this with foundations, because the same is true for me of foundations. I cannot wear an all mattifying primer, all mattifying foundation anymore. It just doesn't work for me. So what I will usually do is sometimes I'll put a mattifying foundation just on the T-zone area of the face, and then use a dewy foundation for the rest of the face. Although, I'm finding that even using dewy foundations all over the face do yield really great results when I combine the primers like I had talked about earlier. But you can do this very easily too with the foundation. I will tell you, the under eye area is the one area of the face where you can do the most experimentation because of dark circles. Dark circles usually don't respond to a one makeup product type of deal. Usually you have to combine in a color corrector. You may need to use a brightener and then a concealer, and even sometimes a brightening powder. It's really up to you depending on how deep your circles are. My most favorite two that I use to really brighten the under eye area are the Milani Under Eye Brightener in the shade Rose. I believe that's the shade name. I'll have it below for you. And then I combine that up with the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Pen. And together these two create the most beautiful brightening effect underneath my eyes. And I have been using these consistently ever since that Milani Under Eye Brightener came out. I don't remember when that was, but whenever that first came out, that was about the time that I started putting these two products together, and it's just been my go-to ever since. A blush. A blush is one of those makeup products that you can have a ball experimenting with. There is no right or wrong way to do it. I personally really love to combine up pink and peach together, but you're gonna have to find which colors work best for your complexion type, because I know that these colors are not the best on every single person. But for me, I really love the Profusion liquid blushes in particular, and I'm going to show you here how I do it. I take the shade Mai Tai, which is the orange one, and then their shade called Rose. And if I dot it along the cheeks and then I blend them together, it creates the most beautiful sunset color. It's hard to describe, but it's really beautiful against the skin. And you can also do this with powder blushes. Don't be thinking that you have to stick just to liquid or cream. Powder blushes look great like this too. I love to use the Revlon's Rosy Rendezvous, which is a pinky leaning blush, combined up with the L'Oreal True Match Innocent Flush Blush, which is a little more peach. And you can see here how easily these two blend together with one another, and it creates its own custom color. The possibilities are endless. Don't be afraid to experiment, because we are three-dimensional. And I feel like our colors should be too. Now when it comes to the lips, oh my, you can go crazy nuts here. There are so many amazing lip combinations out there. I have so many that I use. I'll share the two that I love right now. The first one is the Blvd Barely There Lip Liner, combined up with the City Lips Plumping Gloss in the shade Pink Nude. I absolutely love these two together, and every time I wear these I always get asked what lip combo it is, and it looks beautiful in person. It's not one of those that fades away easily. It's one that actually lasts a long time through eating and drinking, and it will be on me for at least 7 or 8 hours most the days that I do wear it. So I really love that one. I've also really been enjoying the LA Girl Enduring Mauve Lip Liner combined up with the e.l.f. Creme lipstick. I really loved the e.l.f. Creme lipstick for a while all by itself, but then I just felt like it was getting too pale for me, and I found that if I combined it up with a mauve lip liner, then it gave more life to it. Lipstick and lip liners are those makeup products that have endless possibilities. Endless. Even if you don't think that two colors will go together, try it. You might be surprised. I have actually found that combining some reds up with some peaches yielded some really beautiful results. I believe I've even tried pink with purple before, and that looked stunning. It's going to depend on the shade, so I'm just saying, don't be afraid to experiment. You'd be surprised at what you can find. I would love to hear what your favorite makeup cocktails are, so feel free to share yours in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And for more videos like this, you are always welcome to subscribe to the channel. I speak love, peace, and joy into you and into your home, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.